Look, if you're making this happen, I need you to bring back Sandwich Boy. I modeled my sandwich making habits after that man. What was his name? His name was Reuben. Like the Reubens. The stuff you learn when you're older, kids. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris, and today what I want to talk about is Disney going ahead with the live-action remake for Lilo and Stitch. I'm going to be breaking down the details for you and why, to me, this sounds a little disappointing. But most importantly, I want to hear your guys' opinion down below, what you think of Disney making a live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch, and leave a like if you're excited for this thing to say, Ohana means family, in live action form. So this comes from Disney Insider, who's breaking the scoop on the live action remake for Lilo and Stitch. And I'm actually a big fan of the Lilo and Stitch movie as a kid. Who doesn't love that movie? Even more so the TV show that spun off, where you got to meet all of other Stitch's brothers and sisters, one that he fell in love with, and it's probably the reason why we have all those stepbro videos online. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it was all assumed that, okay, if this was moving forward and that they were eventually going to remake all their cartoon properties like Disney is loving to do, Lilo and Stitch would most likely go to theaters. Well, the reason I'm slightly disappointed is because this Lilo and Stitch remake will be made for Disney Plus. Now, nothing against Disney Plus. I love the streaming service, and I'm really looking forward to the future shows they had. Heck, I just did a video breaking down the Marvel shows that'll be coming up. Link in the description if you want that. But this article makes it a point to say that they will be taking the same route that they did with the Lady and the Tramp live-action remake. I don't know how many of you have seen the Lady and the Tramp live-action remake that is on Disney Plus. It's a cute, sweet little film, not very much different from the original cartoon movie, but I think it's a real obvious reason why that movie ended up on Disney Plus instead of going to theaters, because it feels like a higher production value of those Air Buddy movies, or those 1,000 other low-budget dog movies where they make dogs talk and have an adventure. Definitely not something that belonged in theaters. And now that they're gonna take that same approach with Lilo and Stitch, what a disservice to the name, man. Because essentially what this means is they're going to be treating Stitch like if he was a dog and give him that sort of animation style. And to me, Stitch is almost like a character like the Tasmanian Devil, where he's just highly animated, constantly moving, large expressions on his face, causes destruction, and did I forget to mention, this is an alien from another planet that involves two other aliens with a spaceship, a giant alien. I don't think the budget you gave to Lady and the Tramp is gonna be able to do that for Lilo and Stitch on Disney Plus. We do have a synopsis of what the story will be, but knowing that this is a remake, I don't think it's going to be that much different. The synopsis right now reads, the story is about the bond between a lonely human girl named Lilo and a dog-like alien named Stitch, who is engineered to be a force of destruction. Alright, pretty much the exact same thing that we got in the cartoon. Filming on this is set to begin this fall in Hawaii, with us most likely getting this summertime of 2021. The trend for a lot of these live-action remakes may mean that they'll start going to Disney Plus instead of theaters. Like, don't you do my boy Hercules like that, okay? I'm waiting for that Hercules live-action remake, and that better be going to theaters. So I'm not really disappointed because they're making a live-action remake of one of my beloved childhood properties. I'm all up for it because I would love to see that story again, told in a different skin. But it's the fact that I know this franchise has the potential to be something pretty big, and you're not allowing it the budget to meet its full potential. Like, my mind instantly goes to the actual opening of Lilo and Stitch, where they're on a spaceship in space. Stitch is being held captive in that little glass box, and then he breaks out, there's laser guns, there's people trying to capture them, and then he's shot to Earth. All that right there feels pretty expensive and well suited for live action. I'm just really afraid that they'll go ahead and cut corners and not give us the glory we want. And not even just that, Disney is all about franchises, sequelizing. It's one of the reasons they're making these live-action remakes. And I think Lilo and Stitch has the perfect opportunity to have multiple sequels if you follow along with the movies that they have came out with and the TV show, where it's Lilo and Stitch helping Stitch find all his brothers and sisters, each one with a different, unique ability that, again, warrants itself to be in live action. Can you imagine some of the battles Stitch would have with these other creatures? There's a lot that could be done here, and not even just that, with the aliens who come to Earth to take down those people. Then again, I don't know, maybe just because I grew up with this movie and I am fond of it, I'm definitely gonna go see it. Disney probably doesn't know if there's gonna be a lot of fans who will pay a ticket to actually see it in theaters. One awesome thing, though, that they did manage to do is the original original voice of Stitch, his name is Chris Sanders, is going to be coming back for the live action remake to don his voice for Stitch. I'm hoping Disney Plus pulls out some miracle, and if this thing gets a sequel, give it a higher budget, because, I mean, this is stories of aliens traveling in space. It could be something pretty fantastic. Just look at the show. But I want to hear what you guys think of this live action Lilo and Stitch movie being made. Do you think it's a good idea that it's going on Disney Plus? Would you have rather it gotten the budget to be in theaters? Anything and everything, you guys go ahead and leave me your thoughts down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.